truth.
No chaser.
Welcome back to Truth No Chaser, a real talk for real people.
Even when it burns.
It's your girl Ashley.
And Jay.
And Frank.
And we are back with another week of No Chaser.
Yes, sir.
There has been a lot of things going on that we want to talk about. But one that's been picking up some steam that I'm just still like baffled about is cheating respectfully.
Why are you baffled about it?
Yeah.
Because the girl, okay, so Megan, she was on Bad Girls Club and then Basketball Wives. She's the one that called
on both of them?
Drea was called her out by her fupa. Yeah, she was. She was on there.
Wait, Drea called her out about her what?
About a fupa.
About her fupa? Word? That's funny.
So she held her own, she was gangster with it. Anyways, moving on. So they're on a new show called Notorious Queens.
Notorious Queens.
Megan is, and I don't know who else the women are on the show.
Okay.
I don't know.
They were sitting around the bonfire. I don't know. They were sitting around the bonfire talking. I cannot with y'all right now. They were sitting around a bonfire, and Megan posed the statement, or not even question, that she doesn't care if a man cheats on her respectfully.
Yeah.
And what she meant by that was, don't fall in love with the hoe. Don't make her feel more important than me. Don't buy her gifts.
Yeah.
Don't have her calling my phone. Don't have her reaching out to me.
Yeah.
And the one girl, I don't remember her name, I think it was Candy, but I could be wrong, was like, you're not going to convince me by everything you were saying that I'm okay with my man cheating on me.
Yeah. I
don't think she was saying she was really okay
with it.
The girl
Megan, the girl Megan was.
So she's okay with it.
It's
what she was saying
that's
was
not what she was saying.
Yeah, that's not what she was saying. She was saying that because she said, I would never tell him he could do this. But if you're going to do it,
because you're on national television,
but you're on TV just saying it.
Yeah, so.
Right. I mean, of course she's thinking theoretically, but she's like, I would never tell my man to do it. But if you're going to do it like this. And
she made valid points, but let's bear in mind she made valid points for the lifestyle that they live.
Right.
That was a key component in that entire conversation. The moment she mentioned the one word where I realized she wasn't talking about the average nigga.
What she said?
The bag. She said if he's bringing the bag, then it's unrealistic to think of a man that lives a certain lifestyle. We know it's almost like one of those things. We know what we signing up for, kind of thing.
Right.
It's unrealistic to think that monogamy is going to be on his priority list. Her issue is, don't be fucking sloppy with it. Don't let me catch you. You understand what I'm saying? You leaving your evidence all out.
Right.
And furthermore, when you do get caught, don't let me find out that it's with a chick that you falling for. Like, nobody's supposed to be above me. You understand what I'm saying? She was just saying that that's not a deal breaker to her.
And also,
she
did
say.
And Deb said the same thing on that Drink Champs podcast. Thank you. With her, Big U, and my man with Nori, and she said she was saying, she's like, yo, I never checked pockets, I never checked phones, I never did none of that stuff. She said I never went through. She said, listen, you coming home to me and you bringing the bag with me and you building the family with me. So what the fuck do I care about you having a good time with somebody else when you all in mine? She said, only thing, this is Aunt Deb. I said Big Deb. Aunt Deb. She said, only thing I care about is when I go out to the street, make sure they laughing with me and not laughing at me. Don't have me out here looking like a fool. Don't have nobody up here running up in my crib. Yeah. She's like, because if you the type of dude I'm dealing with, it's going to happen. The type of dude I would deal with, it's going to happen. That's what she was saying. But it goes back to what you were saying, lifestyle. It
definitely, that plays a major part in it. Because we had this conversation before, Ashley. These celebrity entanglements are like partnerships.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's business ops. You look good with this one, y'all a cute couple, this and the third. They start making nicknames for you, Bennifer and all that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Right. It's just for photo ops, and it's just, and there's a little bit of love there, but for the most part, we become that's why you really gotta see that movie Top 5. I always tell you about that. I know you don't like Chris Rock, but still, it's a good movie. But so she even said to her, what Jay just said about damn, what you just say, Jay? We've been drinking too much.
Tiffany B. Glenn's drinks.
About not laughing at me, laughing with me and not laughing at me.
Right. So yeah. Just don't make me look like a fool.
She said the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. She just don't make me look like a fool out here on these streets. You know. She said that to the other girl, that one that was like, nah.
She wasn't with it. You're not gonna convince me.
And that girl wasn't wrong either.
No, she wasn't wrong.
Yeah, she wasn't wrong either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, nah, I ain't with it. You understand what I'm saying?
But I guess from a woman's standpoint, because I'm pretty sure a lot of women want to know, and you might not admit it. But as a man, do you respect a woman that's like okay with like, oh, go ahead now, don't cheat on me? But I'm not gonna tell you it's okay. But whenever I find out, or
that's a misconception.
We're talking about it, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay.
Cheating doesn't have anything to do with respecting the woman that you with.
Elaborate on it.
Please do.
So my desire to do or not do something exists outside of you. So you trying to find a place where it has something to do with you. It's like, women get cheated on sometimes and they still hurt. Like, what did I do wrong? What did I not do? It ain't about you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from that point, do you respect them after the fact that you get caught and then you continue to stay with them? Do you lose some kind of respect for them, or you just like, oh, just keep it moving?
Definitely not.
Like nothing?
Definitely not.
No, not at all.
Definitely not.
Because that's not the basis. The fact that you didn't tolerate cheating is not what made me respect you in the first place.
And I knew where I was going with that. I'm sorry. When you said Deb was like, she don't do the pocket checking and blah, blah, blah. So what she said to the other girl, she said, you drive yourself like crazy. She basically said, I'm paraphrasing, you drive yourself crazy doing that if your intention is not like, if you're gonna catch them cheating and your intention is to leave, then by all means do all the, you know what I'm saying, phone checking and all that stuff. Right. But if you're going to do that and still stay,
right,
you're driving yourself crazy. She said she chooses not to do that. Just don't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going through the phones, this and blah blah blah. But I think what she was insinuating is that she's definitely going to sing a different tune if she was to ever walk in on a motherfucker.
Right. And I think, as a matter of fact,
ain't no dumb bitch.
Basically the way you put it, it's a different baseline. So nobody's saying, oh, I'm okay with it.
Right.
What they're saying is the boundary is different. Mm-hmm. So the boundary for me, what I won't tolerate is different. Of course, I don't want any cheating. But the boundary is, okay, if you go and do it, the boundary that makes me roll is if you buying her shit, or you making her feel special, or making her feel like she number one. I'm walking around thinking I'm number one.
You paying for her house or some shit like that, yeah.
Or when I go, like she said, the biggest thing, having babies, right? Yeah. They said bringing babies on. They was like, she's like,
so there's levels to it.
Don't have me walking out the street looking like a fool.
There's levels to it.
Anything other than that, like Mr. Kevin Samuels, you a high value dude, and the reason why that's tied to money is generally dudes who go after a lot have an insatiable appetite in life. Period. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things that's one of the things that drives quote unquote high value men, especially like NBA players, like the guys that they're dating. Right. They reach so many. Like Jay-Z said, every 6 months I need a whole new bucket list. Mm-hmm. They conquer and achieve so many things and need a new high.
Yeah.
And that's based on them in life, period.
I mean, I get it. And I guess as a woman, you don't want to, I would not want to tell my man it's okay to cheat on me, or to say if you did, I'm going to stick around, even though I have, because I was, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I could see where she was coming from. But do I agree? I'm with the other girl. I'm with the other girl. Like, nah, I'm not. I don't want to give it pass. Like, I don't even want to have a discussion. Like, I don't want to be like, well, no, I don't want to even talk about it.
And that's the beauty of discussions, right? Because you don't have to conform to what she said. You understand what I'm saying? So like you can always see valid points in an argument without having to completely agree. You understand what I'm saying?
But I do want to make it clear. I don't agree with her either, but I understood where she was coming from. I do want to make it clear. She wasn't saying that she's going into the relationship with that as a pass.
What
she was saying
said it's
was
not a deal breaker for her.
What she was speaking to her girls, not as if, well, I would lay this out with my man. If you're going to do it like this and do it like that. No, she's saying, speaking to my girls, if that happened, I would be highly likely to stay if it was done this way versus that way. She wasn't saying I'm going into a relationship with that.
And she said, from experience though, because she spoke too clear on it for that not to be something she's already experienced several times.
And she specifically,
look at the type of men she dated all her life.
She specifically said, especially when you get into the bag.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Which translates to, when a nigga taking their kids, like, listen, I got a roof to stay, you know what I'm saying, over my head, and I got my kids don't want for nothing, and all of this stuff, like blah. Again, it's not a pass,
right?
But
she understands it. She pretty much expects it.
Now, here's another.
She expects it.
That's one way to look at it.
Here's another way to look at it, though. The one that's so easy. I know we said it's not a pass,
right.
But it kind of is a hall pass almost. You understand what I'm saying? The one that's so easy to give out that hall pass is probably think that way because she feel the same way about herself.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? She like, listen, I ain't checking his shit because I know I'm getting side dick. I know I'm getting side dick from me. You understand what I'm saying?
All them chicks got to do. Them chicks that think like that and roll like that, especially those ones that roll with those type of dudes.
Yeah.
Whether he's cheating or not, that's where the expectation comes in. They all got somebody like, yo, I'm with somebody. We raising a family together. We go on trips. We got a nice life. Mm-hmm. Know your role. This is what's happening.
Right.
It could be the gardener. It can be the dude from the classic trainer. It could be whoever. But that's how they roll.
But
I mean, hey, I got a wife, ma.
Yeah. Come on, ma. You know I got a wife. We call it and it's just again, it's dangerous because another thing the dynamic that she brought into it. She didn't say she's like you said, Tiffany, the babies, side babies, but then STDs though. I think for me that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Honestly, that's probably more so than him falling in love with another chick. That's probably
you bring some home that I can't get rid of.
And they listed that too. She listed that too, right?
She somebody snap.
She said as long as he ain't bring back no STDs.
Right.
But if you gonna let this nigga fuck whatever you know what I'm saying? Saying you running that risk.
But what she's saying is, that goes into the whole package of what she was saying. Like, yo, if you're gonna go out there, like, take care of the whole situation, or don't take care, or don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Take care, don't do it. Listen, there's some STDs you can't take care of.
I mean, because we can talk about it. I mean, we could talk. But I mean, we could talk about that. But it's a lot of single people. I mean, yes, if he's going out there fucking, he might bring home an STD. But it's a lot of single people fucking freely because they're not with nobody at more risk for STDs.
I mean, we got that for that's not a discussion today. That's not a discussion today. Today is cheating respectfully. That's the discussion.
We get that, but you don't want a motherfucker you committed to.
I get home every night.
I get what you're saying, but the STD range rolls with multiple partners, whether you're cheating or not.
So I mean, it's safe to say that in their world, it's expected, quote unquote,
in their world,
and some people will tolerate it because it's expected. Yeah. Because as long as you're bringing home the money to me, taking care of me,
but the reality is, we can say in their world because we're afraid to say in our world. In our world, people still.
I mean, I was cheating on a couple times.
We can say in our world because that's what's safe to say, but in reality, it's in everybody's world.
Yeah.
On different levels. But you know what?
Easier to swallow. Easier to swallow
because it's not a generalization. Every situation is different.
Yeah.
Relationships are the most organic thing you could possibly have, and anything that's organic is unique. So you can't attach a generalization to anything unique.
I think. Listen. Always. I think that honestly, we keep emphasizing their world,
right?
Because it gets thrown at them tenfold. You understand what I'm saying? Like so like even though we can say we can relate it to our world, I got a couple people that think I'm handsome. Yeah, but if I was fucking Chris Brown,
right?
You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I mean, at the end of the day, they got people sneaking to their hotel room floor.
I don't have that problem.
That's a whole different right.
But I think as a woman, though, as a woman, though, like. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess I hear the part, expected and tolerated, but as a woman who actually falls in love with somebody who wants to actually be committed and wants to all that good stuff, to know that my nigga's sleeping around like faithfully.
And I'm
not saying her. I'm just saying to be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Expected. Like she was like, oh, I expected. Like I think
survival mentality. I think survival mentality kicked in.
Yeah, it gotta be.
She didn't say that she's okay with it even.
Right.
What she said, she understands that that's a part of her reality with the men that she's attracted to.
She just don't want to be. So look at the Fab and what's Fab?
Emily B.
Yo,
he's pregnant. Yeah.
It's only because
you mad?
It's pregnant again. Because I'm like, he didn't kick your teeth and everything. But anyway, I'm sorry. That's a different point.
But she's only upset that it got out for real. She knew what she got into.
Which goes back to Aunt Deb said, make sure when I go out to the street, they laughing with me and not laughing at me.
Go back to corny ass Derek Jackson.
To be honest,
that's just been happening, but because it got out and it was well known now. Again, respectfully cheat on me.
To be honest with you,
you hate that dude.
Again, she bought into him. She bought into Fab's situation.
Right.
Her getting on the show really is what they situation to the light.
Oh, yeah, they never really knew who she was.
I honestly didn't know he had that much. I mean, I could imagine how much ass gets thrown at Fab, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Especially with the rumors.
At the same time, right?
Yeah.
Because you know the rumor.
Now you got to really go high and get.
Well, you know the rumor with Fab is that he puts it down.
Right.
So that's so like that. So the
Superhead.
The rumor in the rap world is that Fab puts it down. So like everybody knows in the rap world, keep Fab away from your girl because he'll take her and she'll go. She'll go to
him. And the other nigga, the entanglement nigga. All because I seen it. Him and another one. But
I can see that.
But this the thing though, like
you're so subjective.
I'm sorry. No, I said I can see he puts it down. I was saying he puts it down.
It don't matter.
I didn't say like I would accept
I need y'all to watch a movie called Funny People with Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen.
Okay.
Because it don't matter if you have to put it as a celebrity. It don't matter if you put it down. The fact that the woman is able to say I slept with so and so. Niggas say I can sleep with Tyler Perry. Niggas say I slept with fucking Orlando Brown.
Who's gonna give you a hand clap when you said I slept with Orlando Brown?
People do it.
People do it just to do it.
And because that's why it goes back to you see why on Jerry Springer and Maury Povich and all of them people get to arguing like I got a baby by him. You hear people say it even not even on shows, but people say they got a baby by somebody as a sense of entitlement. Totally like it's an honor. That's a poor-minded mentality.
So they have a broken inside for me.
It doesn't even have to be anything broken. It goes to a poor-minded mentality. Not only about you, it could be about yourself, but sometimes it's people who have a poor-minded mentality about life or their own possessions. It doesn't have to. You can be fully confident in yourself, but people who have a poor mentality, they value possessions over people. They value possessions and relationships with people. That's why you hear people say, "Oh, I know so and so." I know that makes them feel important. It makes them feel important for who they're connected to. So to have a baby with somebody or to sleep with somebody, that's a sense of entitlement and important. They'll do it just to say, I did it. That's how some people are built.
Okay, so can we get back to the topic?
So I'm going to bring back full circle to his point, what he's saying. So let's say hypothetically, you are the video vixen that's aging. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know Ashley beautiful, this and the third, and you decide to go with fucking who's hot right now in Atlanta. Everybody, little baby. Right? You going out with everybody see, oh, you see this little arm candy he got, you know what I'm saying? Ashley looking beautiful and stuff like that. But then now you're 40.
Right.
And all you really had going for you is your look.
You know what
I'm saying? And now the issue becomes what's more important to you, way more important than your love for little baby, is where do I go if I lose him?
Yep.
So do I say, let him have his hoes, because I know they don't mean nothing, because he coming back to me? Or do I make a fuss about this and risk losing everything?
Something I hear a lot of 40.
So how do you love yourself then if you're okay with just being...
A lot of them don't.
They don't. They're not.
That's what I'm going back to the broken part.
But here's the thing.
You can't be cool with that as a woman, or
that's
even
not
the.
But that's not the only thing.
I disagree.
That's not the only thing. You have to.
Yeah, there's different dynamics.
You have to divorce yourself from looking at it being okay as the only reason why they do it. Then most of them are not okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll draw to a different subject and bring it back home. Cardi B said one time when she gets interviewed, they said, "How come you don't, you don't talk to girls about be more like Michelle Obama and tell girls to strive for this and strive for that?" She's like, "That's not my reality."
Right.
I understand Michelle Obama is real, but she's like only one person. Every other reflection of a woman where I've come from is not
Michelle,
her. That's not my reality. For these women, you're asking them not to say you may have a different reality, Ashley. But for these women, you're asking them to be okay or to believe in a different reality. See, to Cardi B, Michelle Obama's a unicorn. Maybe not to my wife, maybe not to my daughter, but she's a unicorn to a lot of young women.
Right.
That relationship that you seek, that's a unicorn relationship to a lot of women. So they're not okay with it. They're surviving in what they believe is their reality. And that's different from being okay.
And let's shameless plug TNC. We had this conversation about Cardi B and Offset.
Right.
Have the goals of marriage changed? And this is one of them. This is one of the examples. Because you have more of a traditional outlook of it. This new wave, not so much.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Does she though? Because you hit on something. You said Ashley had a traditional outlet. Whose tradition? Because the tradition before hers, the woman expected the man to have another family,
and the woman stayed.
She expected she expected them to have a whole nother family.
Right.
So maybe it did have the same. So maybe they all have traditional.
maybe they're being traditional.
It all comes down to do what works for you, pretty much. Do what works for you.
Do what works for you.
But don't clown the next person because she doesn't expect it or doesn't want it.
Listen.
And then if you expect it and you're okay, not saying okay with it, but if you willingly go into him like, hey, he's bringing me the bag, I'm good, I'm gonna chill, I'm not gonna say shit.
Right.
Then that's what works for you.
Marriage is supposed to be one of those things you're supposed to work through anyway. So like, now I ain't saying you sitting there continually taking the abuse and the mental strain and stuff like that. So, but I'm not condoning that. But at the same time, like, that the easy give up and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not really the move.
Two things teach you to be delicate with anything that's definite: life, and if you didn't learn it through life, marriage. Those are two things that you give up the word. Everything you say, life will show you, and if life don't show you, marriage will show you.
Because I was definitely one of those. I never do that. Blah blah blah. You just never know.
I think we all say that until the shoe's on our foot.
That's a fact.
And you got to figure out what works for you.
That's why Ashley ain't trying to get married, y'all.
That's not why.
Anyway, she gonna be out here.
I'm working on me, y'all. I'm working on
2
me.
2 + 2 for the streets. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Anyway, we about to get up out of here, y'all. Frankie done pissed me off, y'all. Tiffany, get your husband.
Yeah, it's time to eat, man. It's time to eat. Let's get it.
All right, we'll catch y'all next time, y'all.
Peace.
Truth. No chaser.